Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at Mickey Spillane's Mike Hammer issue 1. It's from Titan Comics. I got this on a recommendation from a buddy of mine who said it was actually really good. It's supposed to be anyway, and he was curious to know my thoughts on it. So this is a story by Mickey Spillane and Max Allan Collins, written by Max Allan Collins, artwork by Marcelo Salazar and Marcio Freire, lettering by Tom Williams, consulting editor was Charles Ardai, editor Tom Williams. This is from 2018, so I was thinking like, oh, it'll be kind of weird to read a hard-boiled story. They're gonna make it all dumb. Nope, they kind of kept it consistent with the storylines from Mickey Spillane. So it's got that real 1940s kind of feel where people talk silly and shoot lots of guns. So these dames are always a problem. We start out with Mike Hammer chasing a guy across some rooftops, and the guy dies. Before the guy died, Mike learns who killed somebody, some friend of his, and it turned out to be a dame, of course. Well, he's got to handle that situation, and he obviously had sex with her. Then we're in his office, and he's talking to his secretary, who's actually really cool, and has her own PI license, and is just as good of a detective or whatever. And she tells him that he's got a gig out at this area of town that's run by Carmen Rich, who's involved with the situation that happened previously. He's supposed to meet somebody that's wearing a carnation, but while he's in there, he's talking to the bartender, and the bartender's like, look, I don't want no problems. He's like, yeah, whatever. I just want to talk to somebody. So he asks around for this person, Clayton Beach, who's supposed to be wearing the carnation. We never see that person. Instead, this woman comes up and says, hey, I got some problems. These guys are trying to kill me. So, of course, gun battle breaks out, as well as a chase sequence. Good times. But somebody saw what was happening and went to make a phone call. And that's the end of the issue. Now, I glossed over a few parts because this was actually pretty good. The action scenes were really good. If you like noir stuff, you'll like this. It definitely has that feel of a 1940s gangster movie. The problem is the art. There's some really bad digital art in here. There's this great shot where Mike's holding his gun up, and it's supposed to be a perspective shot, and you're supposed to be looking at the barrel and Mike's in the distance. Instead, it looks like Mike's a little kid in a giant trench coat. So the art had some real bad perspective problems, and it is digital art, so it's pretty strange to look at in a few scenes. It definitely needed some more refinement. Some shots were really good. There's a scene with this lady lighting a cigarette, and that panel is great. Other panels look like they were just slapdash thrown together in seconds. It really is such a mixed bag that it really hurts it. And I would say overall the art is pretty weak. I think there's some talent there, but needs a lot of refinement. A lot of refinement. This was not ready for prime time. Some of these panels should have been redrawn, and I think the art is just too varied for my taste. Would I recommend it? For story? Absolutely. For art, not so much. The cover art is way better than the interior art. There are some really good panels, but a lot of it's trash. If you really like hard-boiled detective stuff, you'll probably really like this. Then it might be worth $4 to you. Me, I didn't think it was worth $4. Half that maybe. I felt a little cheated because the art was pretty terrible. And if you're somebody that really likes art, you're just buying it for the cover. So that's just my take on it. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss future reviews. And we hope to see you on the next one.